Hey guys, what's up? I am Papi Padilla. If you've seen a few of my videos and you keep coming back for more, you should consider subscribing and hitting the notifications tab. Alright boys, back to business. Today we're doing part 1 of the Prestige Cup. We're going to be using the Rocket Bunny Miata, and as you can tell in the background, I have the Charger. I'm working on the Charger, so we're going to be doing the Fast and Furious tomorrow. Now if you're tuning in for the first time, I typically give fun facts about the car and the car manufacturer that we're driving in. We got some things to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. So if you were lucky enough to get the car, look at all this stuff that you can actually earn. This is the reason why I do the Prestige Cup, mainly for the RP points, but there's so much that you can win here. So if you do have the car, a good thing to do is to go as far as you can possibly go, and if you can finish it, even better, because at race 28 you actually get a stage 6 part, and that's what people need. You know, people need stage 6s to make their cars faster. But let's get started. Mazda, well, let's do this race first and then we'll get started. So Mazda, before they started making cars, they were actually a cork company. So can you imagine? I think it was called like Toyo Cork Company or something like that. But can you imagine popping the top of some champagne and then all of a sudden you see like the M? I don't think that they used that emblem back in the day. I think it was a diamond with a circle around it. So yeah, speaking of logos, one of the original logos was actually a diamond with a circle around it, and I'm not sure what all that meant, but the new maker, because the logo went through so many changes, but the current logo is supposed to be an owl expanding its wings, right? That's supposed to be the new vision of Mazda recently. Yeah, so the guy said he had an owl in mind, so that's the reason why it's if you look in the middle of the emblem of the logo, excuse me, that's actually an owl soaring through the sky. And then if you take another look, it's actually also in the shape of an M. So most people think that it's just an M, you know, a fancy looking M in front of right in the middle of a circle or something. Now, everybody knows that these car companies, they went through major changes. You know, during the war and after the war, they used to do something before the war, and now they do something different. But the headquarters of Mazda is actually in Hiroshima. So when, hold on. So Hiroshima, Japan, I think it's actually in the outskirts, the actual headquarters of Hiroshima. But when the Americans dropped the atomic bomb on them, it just wiped them out. You know, it's an ugly thing, man, but you know, that's what war is. It's really ugly. Well, anyway, wiped out the whole entire city except the headquarters because there was a, hold on. So the only thing that was standing was this headquarters because it was kind of sheltered behind, or it wasn't hidden, but it was protected by this mountain called Ogonzon or something like that. So there's a small mountain in Hiroshima, Japan, that actually blocked the blast from the atomic bomb. That's a trip, bro. When you go back and you think that everything is gonna be wiped out, right? And then all of a sudden it's still standing. That's a trip. I was like, wow. And I actually thought most of the Mazda cars were made here. I even learned something new. I didn't realize that the headquarters was in Japan. Man, we are just buzzing through these. We're already on race 9. But as you can tell, boys, as I was talking, you know, we're getting all kinds of resources. I think I saw 9,000 somewhere in there with the RP. We're getting gold. We're getting money. So if you can do it, man, go as far as you can possibly go. It's gonna help you out. So another interesting fact about Mazda, man, they were the first ones to not demonstrate, but introduce a 3-wheeled truck, right? And it was really successful. In 1931, they built a 3-wheeled truck, and it was, you know, everyone liked it, and it was pretty cool. It was kind of compact, but everyone loved it. So after building something that pretty popular, it was a boost in their reputation. People just started looking at Mazda cars more often and like, oh man, this is cool. And this car is cool, man. That Rocket Bunny body kit is so dope. So some people may think that the Rocket, hold on. So if people that don't play the game not too often, this one is for them, to where the Rocket Bunny isn't specific to Mazda Miata. The Rocket Bunny is a body kit. So it's a wide body kit, and they call it Rocket Bunny, and supposedly it's super hard to install these things, that you have to get a professional to do it, because if you do it the wrong way, yeah, bro, I heard if you do it the wrong way, it's gonna look like straight boo-boo. Straight boo-boo, and you don't want to buy a nice car and then all of a sudden go cheap on the body kit, because it will look just nasty, and you don't want that. Nasty and bad. Not nasty as in good, but nasty as in bad. So this is, I think, the 4th or 5th edition of the Miata. When they were coming out with the name, they almost called this the RX-5. The reason why they took the R, because the R comes from the rotary engine, right? So they were the ones to build the first rotary engine, and that's where the RX-7 and all the R's came from. The RX-7 is a popular car, bro. I mean, everyone knows about Dom Toretto's RX-7. So here we go. They said, well, let's name this the RX-5, you know, and go along and keep on that little train, and everyone will know what that is. But they said, nah, we can't do that because it's not a rotary engine. So they took out the R and put the M for Miata, so it's an MX-5, what we're racing in. Let's see, 16, we're halfway there. I think we're gonna do, should we do one more? Let's see. All right, man, we're gonna do this speed trap and then we'll bounce because I don't want the second part to be so short, you know? That's what I'm talking about, 152. There you have it, boys. The Prestige Cup is over for part 1. I'm going to do part 2 in a couple of days. We're going to end the Prestige Cup fairly early because we have the Fast and Furious ahead of us. So tomorrow I'm going to do the first video of the Fast and Furious. I'm working on the Charger back there. Boy, I love that car. And if you're going to drop a comment, give me a little bit of time to respond to those because I try to respond to every single comment, but I do get busy throughout the day. So leave a comment. I'll reply to it, but just give me some time. But if there's anything about this video that you like, feel free to smash that like button, and you should consider subscribing, especially if you like the content and you keep coming back for more. I appreciate all the recent subscribers. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.